What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and demonstration over Hornet Analog Stage by Hornet Plugins. It is currently free until March 7th. It's basically an analog saturation plugin. It doesn't necessarily emulate any kind of hardware in general, but it does add a slight bit of color to your sound, a little bit of polish to your whatever it is that you throw it on. Make sure if you guys like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But let's go ahead and get right into this review. Hit the key. All right, guys. So when you open up the plugin, it's going to look like this. It only has a few different controls on there. And with this plugin, it's not like a heavy saturation plugin where you're going to get a whole bunch of distortion. It's basically just going to bring out some upper harmonics, like in some bass or some drums, or if you throw it on like a master bus, it's just going to glue everything together. So when you're looking at the plugin, it's got 3 different models. So it's got the OP amp, and that's supposed to be the most modern form of saturation. Transistor is kind of in between OP amp and tube, and then tube is your your typical tube saturation, they said from the 70s or something like that. With this plugin, you can group together all of the different instances of analog stage that you have loaded up. So like, let's say I have this one loaded up and I load up this other instance right here. Now, if I was to put them in the same group, so if I put this in group 1 and I put this in group 1, all this stuff will control together. So then as you see, if I change anything over here, like if I move this age, it moves it on both of them. So it moves everything in your group. So it basically syncs everything up in your group. So as you can see, I'm turning on stuff, turning off stuff. It'll basically change everything in your group so you can get it all together. So we'll mess with that here a little bit later on in the demonstration. Also with this plugin, as you're looking at it, it's got auto gain. You can control the gain of the VU meter, so you can go from -3 up to 3. It's got saturation and hiss. And again, it's not a heavy saturation. It's just a little bit of coloration. It's got age and it's got headroom. So I have a little sample beat here as always. I didn't make this beat today because this is the second video I've recorded. So it's a little throwback, but it's not all the way mixed down as well. You guys already know the vibes on the channel. So I'm going to go ahead and play this so you can hear it. And then we're going to get right into listening to analog stage on some different things. All right, guys, so that's the little sample beat that I have put together for you guys, or I guess I had in the vault for you guys. So let me go ahead and highlight this section right here, and we're going to work with this section. So we are going to start off with this 808 that I have here. And so the 808 basically sounds like this by itself. Now, once I add this analog stage on there, it's going to basically add some more upper harmonics. So let me go ahead and put the gain here to 0. And this is basically, again, what it sounds like. I'm just going to push this gain up a little bit so you can hear what it sounds like. So as you can hear, it's giving it a bunch of different color. We'll go through a few of the different amp model types. So we'll go through transistor. Now we'll go ahead and hit tube. So you can hear a slight difference in the coloration of all of the different amps. or the models. And so then we'll go ahead and hit this age. This age button is just like every other plugin. So the older the age, it's going to take some low end frequencies off. And then you can turn off the saturation and the hiss as well, and you can turn down the headroom as well. So as you can tell, it's very slight what it's doing, but it is adding more harmonics and it's adding more of that higher upper end. You know, it's 2022, so we need 808s on phones. So that's going to help you get a little bit of that, those upper harmonics you're looking for. Now, if you turn this auto gain on, so boom, if you turn the gain on, it's going to turn this on and it's going to not go above where you want it to go on the meter. So watch the meter here, the UV meter or the VU meter. So you see how it caught it and it's not letting it go above 0. Now, if I made it go to -3, it's going to be the same thing. And it's going to be the same for if I go up to 3, it's going to boost it a little bit higher. So now let's go ahead and check it out. I'm going to play it on one more 808 just so that you can kind of get a little better of a feel. Just because, you know, that 808 already had distortion on there, but it was the 808 I had for the beat. So this is a different 808 right here. So a pretty basic 808. Now let's go ahead and throw this on here so we can hear how it sounds. So it's on now. So you can hear those upper harmonics. You can hear how fat it made that 808. It made it thick. Pause. But again, you know, you can mess with the age and the headroom and all that other stuff. You can mess with different amps. So you can throw a tube on there. So again, this is definitely pretty solid. You just add some more color onto your sound. Now I'm going to go ahead and play it on some drums. So let me go ahead and unmute the drums so that we can hear what it sounds like. So this is what the drums sound like without the Hornet on there. Now, once we throw some Hornet on there, we'll just slowly turn it up a little bit. So you can hear it's making those drums knock a lot more. I do have all my drums sent to a bus, but you know, we got different types of modeling here. And then I do have a soft clipper here on the master track, so it's not going to let it get above 0. So we're going to do one more thing real quick. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw it on the master chain so that you can hear what it sounds like, you know, in the master chain, giving your whole entire beat a little bit more color. So again, you guys heard the beat. This is what the beat sounds like. All right, so now I'm just going to play it, and then I'm going to turn up the gain a little bit and mess with the saturation, obviously the age and all that stuff for you. So I know you guys can hear clear as day how it's making the beat more full, how it's just giving it a ton of more color. So it's pretty solid there. I'll mess with age and headroom for you a little bit, just so you can hear what it sounds like. All right, guys, so that's the plugin for you in a nutshell. You can use the plugin on more than just drums and 808s, but I feel like it shines on the drums, the 808s, and on the master track just to kind of glue everything together. In order to get this plugin, when you go to hornetplugins.com, you are going to have to enter in code ASFREE 2022 at checkout, and it'll just automatically zero out the price and you'll be able to get it for free. I will also leave that below in the description just in case you didn't make it this far in the video. Make sure if you guys like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Sum, hit the key.